Good morning, good morning, good morning. A beautiful misty morning. It's the first time we've had a fog and it's so intense. I can only just see the houses across the road. It's that thick. It's beautiful. That ethereal feel. Wow, it feels like magic. I'm Boundy, psychic medium, bringing you the daily Lenormand card spread reading. And it really does feel like magic as I'm sitting here and looking out that gorgeous window to see what Mother Earth has gifted us today. Let's go across to the cards to see what the cards and spirit have gifted us for the day today. Bring your guiding spirits with you as well. Go find my pencil. Here we are. I've got my newest crystal ball here with the dragon there. I just needed to put it with this, which is the Pixie Lenormand deck. A little bit fairy tale-ish, isn't it? Just the pixies in the garden, the fairies, all that is magical. What a synchronicity for us today. Now, this is the tin, Pixies Standing Lenormand by Edward Zabrowski. Can't remember who the artists are. Now, this is the guidebook that comes with it. And I'm just trying to find quickly who the artist is, but because I don't always consult with I don't read all the guidebooks through from start to finish. I'm going to use it this time because it is the Pixie deck, and sometimes those interpretations that the original creator of this deck has for us are a little bit more enlightening. You know, it gives a slightly different slant. I can't see who the artist is, so let's assume it is actually Edward Zabrowski. Okay, what we have with this is same spread. It's the theme of the days in the centre. We've got the home energies on the left and the work energies on the right. Bear is in the home space. We have the mountain as our workspace, and the theme is the child. I remember we had the mountain yesterday as our theme. It was a very challenging spread yesterday, but we're going to start our theme with playfulness and the child. So let's zoom in on these cards, position them so we can see just the cards, and I shall say good morning to Julia. Lovely to see you here. Good morning, Roz. Good morning, Julia. Lovely to have you here on this wonderful mystic Saturday. And Narelle, happy Saturday morning, Roz. Happy Saturday to you, and I hope all the magic happens in your life today as well, just as this gorgeous fog is being present to remind us there is magic in this world. Now, with the child, as you can see, these little bits of art that we see here are very much a different style to what Chiro's are and whatever the the siren song and all the other bits and pieces of different cards, including the fairy tale one. This is a little more along the new, what do you call it? It's almost like the 1920s. What do you call it? Art Nouveau type. It just is beautifully stylized. I love it. And here we see the child about to climb a ladder. Well, I assume so. Is it because tree climbing is something that's really wonderful in this world? I get that it is here. It's the playfulness for this one. Now, you may not know how to read the numeral numbers, the Roman numbers. God, numeral numbers, they're not numerals. These are the Roman number system. So what we have here is 13 is the child, with the Jack of Spades, the corresponding playing card. Okay, so 13, we're looking at the child, and let's see how playful this one's going to get for us. And this guidebook, because it's so small, it is a bit hard in the hands to find the page. But the child is a positive card, and the keywords are beginning, child, innocence, new things, small objects, and trust, because aren't those all wonderful keywords for a child? I've even just noticed, is that the moon over there? I think on the original card, I'm looking down, because my webcam doesn't do these cards justice in the detail. It's not as clear as what I'm seeing on the desk. That is the moon in the distance. So we've got that beautiful dawning of a new day with the moon just descending. So we can assume we're looking west with this one. Anyway, with all of those beautiful little keywords, we've got the meaning being that the child is simple. It represents the child, a young person, so someone in your influence around you, a young person, or your inner child as well. So when it's not referring to a young person, it can mean something new or a small happening. And this one does it in slightly different format of how this little guidebook reads. So we've got the child and a combination of birds or the moon. So it's giving us different interpretations that are definitely a little more specific, okay, with the combination. So if it's love that you're concerned about, it's a new or relatively new relationship. Usually it will be with someone you've known a while. For career, if that's what you're looking at for this particular card question reading, think small, part-time jobs or short-term projects. The characteristics, qualities, a person who's rather childlike, one with wonderment or naivety. I find it's exciting, the exploring, the anticipation of adventures, discovery, all of that a child gets involved in. And when it's timing, that's going to be soon. And the image origins, so it gives a little interpretation of the image itself. This illustration of a child at play appeared in Pamela Coleman Smith's A Broad Sheet, September 1902. So these are reflective of particular artworks from elsewhere over time. So what we're getting as our theme is that sense of adventure, that is something new. So whatever context your life is taking or sitting in at the moment, what is foremost in your mind and situation, that's what's going to be happening, is this sense of newness, this sense of adventure, being able to let go of fear and climb whatever space and place you want to play. All sorts of things have potential with this card as our theme. Wonderful, wonderful card. I love it. But I do like the child card anyway. It really does give some potential. Whatever you want. Now, we've got Sharon here. Hi to all. Hi, Sharon. Lovely to see you here. And we've also got Keza, who's popped in as well. Good morning, Roz and all. Lovely to see you all on this beautiful, surreal Saturday morning. I hope you do have some fog and mistiness and magic in your morning as you're looking out your windows or even going for a walk. How magical would that be out in this? I won't be going there because I've got too much to do. Some shopping to do, all that. Anyway, the bear. Now this card is, the X is the 10, the V is the 5, so we're looking at card 15 with 10 of clubs being the corresponding playing card, the regular playing card. So I'll move over to card 15. It's only a couple away. Now the bear, another positive card, and this is in the home space. So it's to do with being the boss, the finances, force, yes, jealousy, management, money, official person, salary, overbearing, protection. It's all of that really is a big picture, a big body of. So it does bring in that level of abundance from work, hard work, bringing forward that is going to be protection as well. So we've got lots of different ways that we can interpret that. So bring it on. The meaning for it is this is a card of money and personal finances. It's in the home space. Look to this card when you need information about your income, salary, or cash flow issues. So we're needing to do a bit of planning and sussing out where we're at. Bears are not far, so these are long-term investments or larger purchases. So bears are protective and nurturing, so these are things you should be considering for the future. Okay, so with that context in mind, let's look at the little categories. So the love is a new relationship at work or in your related field. Could also indicate someone who's looking to disrupt your current relationship. So be wary of those friends that might be trying to be the overbearing, pushy, blah, 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 trying to manipulate. That's what I'm feeling from that. And if it's your career you're more concerned about, it's accomplishing things at work or in your business world. Even though this is in your home space, the energy from the bear can still influence what is happening in your work. We do know that, it's learning to release the work connection when you're at home so that you can fully appreciate and move within the nurturing space that is that safe foundation of home base. Okay, learn to discern the difference, even though that this is sort of, it is part of, the home space for today. The timing for this, I like that this has got timing, interesting. So it's long term, around the 10 to 15 years. So it is, if it is something that you are working on planning, what is future steps for, for me, it's more moving into retirement. For you, it might be different types of investments that you want to make within your home space, whether you're renovating or shifting home to upgrade or downgrade or, what do you call it? I've now forgotten because I've used the word myself quite a lot. Downsize. It's not downgrading, it's downsize or upsize or whatever you need to be doing. Trust that, because we've got the trust from the child. Trust what you're feeling with that bear energy today in your home space. Now we're going to move to the mountain, and I'll just say from here, I've got Kez's saying so cold and frozen where you are. Yeah, but you're in the hills in Dalesford. I'm surprised you haven't had snow yet. If it's that cold, when do you expect snow? I suppose, do you get? Yeah, you do get snow in Dalesford. I hope you stay warm. Stay warm. And we've got Anne Granger here too. Good morning, and a good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Now, this one we've got is card 21. And we're looking at the 8 of clubs here as that correlating card to the playing decks. So card 21, the mountain. And it is a challenging card. It can be. What we've got here, this particular deck guidebook suggests that they're positive or negative. I just call them out as being they are as they are. But what it is giving us as keywords is barriers, blockages, challenge, coldness, delays, enemy, distance, loneliness, slow, mountains, nemesis, obstacle, procrastination, resistance, restriction, stagnant, stubborn. That's a shitload of a list of keywords, isn't it? And they all sound not quite pleasant. Well, maybe the mountain isn't quite pleasant for you at the moment in your workspace. But once you get through all of those challenges and things that are going to strengthen us, going to teach us how to be flexible and move around the obstacles or shift the obstacles themselves, we are going to be able to gain our true path to the peak of our mountain, to be able to look from that top position and see where we've come from and the glorious view that we might have at that peak. Isn't it wonderful when you can actually reach your goal and look about you and think, that feels so good to have done what you've done, to have achieved what you've created, what you've helped with, all of those things. Attaining a goal is a wonderful experience. And there is always the downside of descent as well, or continue to climb up that next stage too. Do we ever actually get to our ultimate peak? Is that when we die and move into that realm of the other worlds? This is something you need to understand for how you are working through your life, because it is work. This is indicating it's work in the home, in the workspace. So we will have a few challenges if we're at our work, but know that it's for the good of what is coming next, for what is possible. Let's continue to read what this guidebook suggests for it. So after that really long list of keywords, yes, this is a difficult card to overcome. Mountains have been used as barriers, borders and obstacles to overcome and things that protect. In Lenormand, the mountain stops and slows all things down that are near it. The presence of this card in a reading can indicate messages not arriving on time. So expect some of the unexpected is what I would expect. That is what I would feel through this, as you know your own interpretation best, what is feeling difficult. So Oh, to the right. Now it's going into the meaning of where the mountain actually sits in a grand tableau. I'm not going to read that because we have just got this as inner workspace energy. So if it's to do with love in the workplace, a delay or stalling of things, obstacles may not be surmountable. Could be that you're being told, let it go. Career, long setbacks and delays, feeling like you're going nowhere in your job. Even in that feeling of a bit of stagnation or still waters, you can learn. You can always be that person who is quietly listening, doing your job, but you're still progressing in that learning and knowledge and gaining that sense of timing for the right time that you need to move forward. Today might be one of those that you're just shifting shit around. You could be just moving it, getting it ready. You know what your end purpose is, and it's a time of patience. So, timing for this is around 21 days or 3 months or winter. Well, we're coming up for our winter here in the Southern Hemisphere. Feel into what that energy feels for you and use it in its positive manner, not that feels like you're absolute dead in the water, because energy is always moving. You will always progress in some degree. It's up to you how far you want to take it past that level of fear that you might have, So be a little more adventurous. Even mountains can be absolutely thrilling to climb. Okay, I know I've got a daughter who is a climber. So here, the imposing mountain here is a reworking of the art from the Tower card, bringing in a formidable energy. It's topped with a peak from the Hermit. The bottom mountain range is featured on the Ace of Swords and with added mountains from the Fool card. So there you go. It's a mixture of all the cards of what is tarot. And if you know the Rider-Waite Tarot, I think that's more symbolic of the style that this might be in. So wonderful, wonderful energies from these cards. What I'm sensing from this is that sense of playfulness as we're gaining whatever we need as our fun and experience in our day-to-day, with the security of knowing that there is that protection in our home space. There is that financial capability to keep moving forward with whatever we're choosing to follow, okay, and keep moving it forward. That's what my interpretation as a summary of these cards are bringing to us. Okay, now let's just check these comments. And Kez is saying, we're selling mum and dad's home. They passed away. Hopefully we'll sell it. Yeah, you mentioned that like through the week. It will sell. And there's the response, yes, we do get snow here. I had wondered about that. It got cold many years ago. In actual fact, it's 15 years ago when Sharon and I had visited for a retreat, particularly, and it was cold. And then the following year we went back again. Not the same time of year, though, from memory. Sharon, you might be able to remind me of that one. And you're not climbing with your old knees. Hey, I'll let you know I'm not climbing much either. The arthritis in the knees and the arthritis confirmed in the neck now. I sort of think, oh, if I got, hey, let's risk it and just be as if we're children with all the flexibility we need. Sitting, enjoying in a watching in a listening space. I think I'll let others do that physical effort. And hi Tari. Sharon, that's my twin sister. So good morning, Twinny. So that's why it's lovely to see you live. Thank you. In my live. You know what I mean. You know me. Yes, definitely. And from Keza, thank you, Roz. Have a beautiful day, everyone. And absolutely so true. Have a beautiful day. The fogginess and the mist is still out there. I might just pop up that extra camera so you can see, if you can see it. Can you see how misty that is? And you can't see across the road. Isn't it beautiful? It's just so lovely. I love it. Absolutely love it. Very nice. Now I'll get rid of that. So, and Keza, my grandson loves to climb. 2 years. Oh, he's 2 years old. It's wonderful watching the little kids growing, developing, challenging what is physically possible, all of those things that an adventurous toddler loves to get into. And then they grow up, which is still good to watch. Still good to watch. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll just pop up my... I've got to put that up. Have I washed my windows? No, I've still been doing my tax. No, they haven't been washed, but that is the mist that you can see. It's not the window grime. That particular corner of the window is not as bad as the rest of them. Now, did I put up... Oh, I didn't. Let me have a look. I'm just going to share the link there. It's going into the chat. If you need a direct, intimate, detailed reading that is personalised specifically to you and your situation, there's the links for it in the chat for the Boundy page and the YouTube. Doesn't go on to the private, your personal profiles, unfortunately. I'll put it in there later. And there is the actual reading to the readings site specifically, where you can choose whatever cards. Know that even though you choose one of the decks of cards, if you want to change your mind, it's quite fine, and we can shift it around. And you get a reading similar to this, like it definitely much more detailed, but it's recorded and put in as a YouTube unlisted. So if you choose to share it, you can. If you don't want it, don't share the link. But it is private. It's only for those who have the link. If you want it to be absolutely private, we can change it to that, and it's only you that can share that. Okay, can watch that, sorry, not share it when it's absolutely private. Anyway, that's the business side of it. It's all good. It's lovely to be able to share through this technology, and I love using it to be able to serve people from distance. You don't have to come to me. You can certainly if you'd like to, if you're close enough to where I live, because I do work from home. So thank you. Everyone, keep being the best that you can be, and have a wonderful, playful day. Be as if that inner child is really showing to the topmost element of playfulness today. And we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.